Hello there, welcome to Geek Chic. I'm Todd, and we are continuing to unbox the last of our brick today. 2 boxes left. We spread it out over a couple of videos, trying to do things just a little bit different, give a little information on the miniatures, not a lot, just where you can find them in either the Monster Manual or Volo's Guide, wherever they happen to be. There were a few miniatures that we picked that are in the new Hallister book. I don't have that campaign book yet. I'll pick that up pretty soon. We're still finishing up WATERDEEP Dragon Heist with my various game groups, but we'll eventually move into there. Remember, please subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Let's get started, see what miniatures we have. I was very pleased with the ones we've been pulling. And really only one double, the elf with the musical instrument on his back. Let's see what we get this time. Otto. Very, very cool. Sort of looks like a fairy dragon. Otto is in the new Hallister's book, unfortunately for me, so I don't have more information on Otto. He is a great looking miniature. Once I get the details, again, we'll do another video. So we have Otto here, but we have some other minis, and let's see what we pulled. Oh, this is cool. This is very hard to see. It's a flying sword, which is very, very cool. I like that. This is going to be in the Monster Manual. I'll put that right there. The flying sword can be found on page 20. It's up there with all the animated stuff. You have the flying sword, you have the rug of smothering, you have the animated armor, but you can see it right here. So, very cool. I like stuff like that. That's a good mini. Armor class 17, 17 hit points, flying speed of 50. It has anti-magic susceptibility, and it attacks as a longsword. So, also has force appearance. So, a nice little miniature, a good thing to challenge the party with. It's always nice to sort of shake the tree and catch your party off guard. My group gets, anything gets a chest anymore, I don't even think it's a mimic, so I have to sort of change my thinking on things like that. Now, this is another cool mini. This is a Tressum. This is a flying cat, which is very, very cool. First seen in Storm King's Thunder is where that is, and I believe that's where the stats are too. Yeah, Storm King's Thunder, page 242. You know what? I think I have that book here. I do. Oh, look at that. All right. Let's take a look. There it is, the Tressum. Very neat stuff. Any party member would just die to have this as a companion. They're neat. The Tressum is a mischievous winged cat as big as a house cat with a wingspan of 3 feet. Thought to be the results of wizardly experimentation on house cats, Tressum are intelligent and have been known to form strong friendships with humanoids, particularly rangers and wizards. Tressum get along well with others of their kind, but they rarely lair or hunt together. They peacefully ignore bats, fairy dragons, and the likes, but they hate sturges and evil flying monsters such as manticores. This is sort of funny. They also enjoy teasing dogs. So, neat miniature, great pull. Armor class 12, 5 hit points. If you take that miniature and you use the companion rules in Unearthed Arcana, which I think are really, really cool, it'd be a neat way to have that Tressum level up with your character as maybe like a fighter or whatever, so it has a bit more sustainability as the character gains level. If you've not looked at that article, that's actually something worth checking out. Unearthed Arcana, the companion thing they uploaded, it's pretty sweet. So, very cool miniature. Ooh, this looks like a hag. I'm probably going to mispronounce that, so it's okay to make fun of me. A Brewer hag is what this is, with these long, gangly arms. I believe she is in Voldo's guide. She is page 160. Let's take a quick look. There she is. And again, a very nice job of the miniature matching up with the hag. So let's take a look. Very tough. Armor class 17, 91 hit points. She has what's called Gray Staff Magic. She can Ice Walk, innate spell casting, a slam attack. Ooh, Maddening Feast. The hag feasts on the corpse of one enemy within 5 feet of her that died within the past minute. Each creature of the hag's choice that is within 60 feet of her and able to see her must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened of her for 1 minute. I think if I saw this hag-like creature mowing down on a party member, I'd be frightened too. So the hag lives in wintry lands favoring snow-covered mountains. So very cool miniature, another nice pull. I've gotten a really good mix of minis out of these 8 boxes that I have. We have 1 more to go. We'll see what we have. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. Hey, welcome back. We're going to look at the last box and see what we have. That beeping you heard earlier was not that I had to go. It was my daughter cooking her dinner in the oven. So that's what that beeping was. Let's look at the very last box of the brick that we have and see what we received. Okay. I'm going to tell you this. A lot of times when I get a brick, I get a lot of the same miniatures, and I don't mind, especially if it's monsters, because it's good to have a couple of different types of monsters. With these, I have been fortunate. The only one I've gotten really 2 of is the Elven Cleric of the Grave, which is okay. But I have gotten some really, really cool pulls. And this one is fantastic. A Beholder Zombie. Very neat. So I got a Death Tyrant as well as the Beholder Zombie. That weird sound you're hearing, it's a bird out by the pool cage. We'll just ignore it. Hopefully it'll go away. All right. The Beholder Zombie can be found. Okay, it is in the Monster Manual, page 316. And let's take a quick look and see how it compares. Unfortunately, they don't have a picture of it. I'm sort of bummed. But I'm telling you, if you can see this thing, this does look like an undead floating Beholder Zombie. That is very, very cool. Armor class 15, 93 hit points. It can hover. Its speed is about 20. Immune to poison. Conditioned immunities, of course, poison to being prone. It speaks deep speech, undercommon. Let's take a look. Its eye attacks, paralyzing ray, fear ray, innervation, disintegration. So, very nice pull. Very cool miniature to have. Something that'll seriously terrorize your party. Let's take a look at the other stuff. All right, this is fabulous. It's a shadow. Very well done. I can tell you that looks just like the one in the Monster Manual. I know that because shadows are one of my favorite creatures to throw at the party. The shadow can be found on page 269. There you go. You can see the shadow here choking the crap out of the dude in the photo. Now, they're not tough. Armor class 12, 16 hit points. To me, a shadow is like a glass cannon type encounter. Just like I like using giant centipedes. They only have like 4 hit points, but that poison attack of a giant centipede can decimate a low-level party. What makes the shadow so freaking cool are a couple of things. One, it's amorphous. It can squeeze through a narrow space 1 inch wide. Okay. The second thing is the strength drain. So if it hits, it does 2d6 plus 2 necrotic damage. Okay, not bad. But the cool thing is, for us DMs and to terrorize our players, is that the strength score of the target is reduced by 1d4. There's no saving throw, folks. So if this thing hits you, you take the damage and your strength gets dropped also. If the target's reduction is reduced to 0, the target dies and rises up as a shadow. So if the strength goes away, it goes to 0, the person dies playing that character, and they rise up as a shadow. So very, very cool creature to encounter. Oh man. How can you not be happy with this? Gray Ooze, another dungeon classic. Let's take a quick look. I think that's in the monster manual also. It is. Page 243. I like oozes because the party is always terrified of an ooze no matter what it is. I don't usually use green slime that much, but oozes are a thing for me. In the book, it shows the gray ooze coming over a brick wall, so it's sort of not like the mini, but the mini looks pretty cool. Gray oozes are cool. AC 8, easy to hit. It's an ooze. 22 hit points. What's nice is that it corrodes non-magical weapons that strike it, so it can terrorize the party. So Gray Ooze, another great pull. I'm just tickled to death with the miniatures that I've received in this batch. All right, and the last miniature again. So we've gotten really only the one double with the elf, Cleric of the Grave. This is another undead, a Revenant. Now the Revenant, let's take a peek. Again, Monster Manual, 259. I've not really used these a lot. I've been thinking about it actually, and actually having that miniature will sort of motivate me to put it into one of my various campaigns. All right, the picture's a little bit different. The picture shows a guy that was sort of choking the life out of somebody. Revenant forms from the soul of a mortal who met a cruel and undeserving fate. It claws its way back into the world to seek revenge against the one who wronged it. The Revenant reclaims its mortal body and superficially resembles a zombie. However, instead of lifeless eyes, the Revenant's eyes burn with resolve and flare in the presence of his adversary. So, other than me not being able to sort of read correctly here late in the day, very nice miniature, well done again, well painted, tickled to death with everything that I received in this brick of miniatures. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed how we did this. Welcome to Geek Chic. If you've not subscribed, please do so. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Have a wonderful day. Are you Geek Chic? I really try to be. Thanks. Bye.